last time I played Diablo 2, I got about 3 hours into Pandemonium Fortress and the game crashed. Completely wiped the map progress. I still had all the XP and stuff, which is great. But yeah, I completely lost, like, trying to get to the waypoint. So I know I need probably more than 3 hours to do this. And I really only want to stream for 3 hours still this week. I'm very tired still. And so yeah, we're gonna see how far I can make it. Let's see if I can get to a waypoint. But yeah, you can see we've lost the map. So we basically got to go back out and kind of start again. It's just that I start with a bit more XP. So like the worst case scenario that's gonna happen, I think, is that I can level. Like, it's like a best and a worst case scenario. If I could get a level, it would be easier to kill the enemies. But if I can't, like if I die a few times and stuff, it's not gonna help. I gotta be careful with this too, because I haven't played Diablo for a couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm pretty keen to try to find our way to a waypoint, because like, sorry, like I have to re-clear this at the moment because the game crashed and we lost that map progress. But like I wasn't going to be able to re-clear my way back to where we were at 3 hours in to a stream. So I kind of probably need 4 hours for this. I may have to do this again. Like, hopefully if it doesn't take us as long, because maybe we'll be stronger. That would be great. I may also have to buy mana. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna see how far I can get. The way I see it is if in 3 hours time I haven't made it to a waypoint again, that's fine. Hopefully we'll have a level. And then next week it'll be easier and stuff. So the other thing too is I know that there's like enemies up around that door that I gotta be really careful about, because they end up going up that like Pandemonium pathway and the steps, and they make it really, really hard to fight and get out and stuff. Like I said, the only good thing is because we lost all of the map and I have to re-clear it anyway because we didn't find a waypoint, it kind of makes it a little bit easier to find where I haven't been. So I'm kind of happy about that in a way. But yeah, it just means like I get a bit of an overlap of what I did last time. I've actually been like waiting to play Diablo for like over a week when I was sick. And I wasn't quite like, I wasn't on medicine and stuff yet. I was like tossing up, just screaming that night because I'm like, I just want to play Diablo. And I couldn't. And I'm like, fuck's sake, I feel like I'm always not playing Diablo. But I also feel like it's gonna finish sooner than I'm ready, kind of thing. Like, I don't know how to say that better than that, but yeah, I kind of feel like, because obviously Diablo, I'll finish hell eventually, right? And then my character would be done. I kind of just feel like it'll be over sooner than I think. So having like a week or so here or there where like I lose time or something like that, it's not actually the worst thing, because it does prolong how long I get to play this for, even though it's no actual real difference in time. But I'm excited about it. But yeah, probably a little bit of a fuck around me starting so soon, but I was kind of like just sort of ready to go. I already had a coffee. I ate earlier, stuff like that. I was just kind of like, you know what, the sooner I can start, the sooner I can play. And then like, I'm still gonna try to stream till 1 and see how I go with that, because I'm still pretty tired. I'm actually surprised this week that like for as okay as I feel now, because like today's the last day of like medicine and stuff after being sick last week. For as good as like feel, I am surprisingly tired. Like I've been awake most of the day, which is when I'd normally be asleep, right? So I've been awake from like midday or late afternoon, and then up overnight into like, I don't know, 3 or so a.m. And that's kind of when I've been going to bed. But it's like I've been enjoying having spare time to play games, so it's been nice. Really stress on your body from trying to recuperate. It probably is. Also recommend Falls Bagel. I love the name. It really is, because like if you're not aware of what happened, I got COVID last week, and I already have like, what do you call it? A really weak immune system. So, and asthma and other stuff. So I went down really, really hard. Got really, really sick, dangerously sick kind of thing. So, I obviously didn't stream last week, and the week before that I had no internet. So I wasn't streaming that week either. But this week's my first week back, and I normally stream Monday to Friday, 4 hours a night. But I kind of just, because I didn't have a voice last week and I felt like shit still at the start of this week, I'm like, nah, I'm not pushing it. I didn't stream Wednesday. Oh shit, hello mate. I didn't stream Wednesday, and I've only been streaming like 3 hours a night. And yeah, that's been still enough, you know, to take the toll. I need Eliza to move back with me. Hold on, come on, love. Eliza's my helper as well. I'm trying to keep her alive if I can, but I'm basically out of mana here. I'm going to catch a COVID like hotcakes. I don't even like being on the phone with my friends and family who are sick. Like, that's the first official time I've caught it. I do think I caught it back before it had like a proper title in the media and crap. But we didn't know what it was, and I got really, really sick then. But that was like right before COVID became a thing. And then, sorry, I will be coughing a tiny bit throughout the stream too. But yeah, this is the first time I've actually caught it since it's been around. So I think I did really well to like spend so many years not having it. But my god, did it hit really hard. This is where I get sick with one of those. Is that who is sick over the phone? Oh yeah, the long distance sick. Come with me, Eliza. Yeah, I know I need mana. I need you to stay alive long enough. I don't really want them to follow us in here, but they're going to. It's a Viking Tapley. No. It's all good Viking.
What do you need?
I only just got to this place last time I was playing, so I can't remember. It's been a while since I was in the Pandemonium Fortress last, so I can't remember jack shit about it. But yeah, this lady does the mana, that's it. Cool. Yeah, I feel like a little disorientated playing as well, because, whoops, like, I was playing 7 days right before this, so my brain's kind of like on all those different buttons and stuff too, and I've got to remember what I'm supposed to be clicking.
Good day.
Stuff. It's been a while. I think that's Viking. Yeah, Viking's super friendly. But yeah, all things considered, like, usually speaking, I'm normally the kind of person that's like, oh, if I'm sick, I'll just like get up and like push through it kind of thing. So usually speaking, I would have just like pushed on with like, come on, I need that out there. I would have just pushed on with like normal streams as per usual, but I'm like, I kind of felt like this was different. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to this time. Glad I didn't. Because I've still got a bit of my voice. I have got energy, just not a lot. And I do acknowledge that I've been quite tired this week. But yeah, I'm just going to keep doing like 3-hour streams for a while until I want to change that. Let my body kind of like catch up. And yeah, there'll still be no streams on Wednesdays because I'll be trying to learn how to rig my avatar on Wednesdays. But I didn't bother this week. I'm like, no, I'm getting sleep this Wednesday. And it was a good call. Although I still took forever to go to sleep because like my medicine's keeping me quite awake at night. because like I gotta get up as soon as I possibly can to take it because it keeps me awake. And yeah, I didn't wake up super early on Wednesday, so I was awake till late. It's not ideal. But at least this guy's not like up in the staircase. They're not the ones that I was talking about earlier. There's a different one that kind of chases us up there, but it's still good. They didn't end up like getting us stuck in that spot where we can't fight them, you know? Which I fucking hate when that happens. Cause like you can't do, oh shit, I mean, you can't do anything about it, you know? Especially if you don't have like a portal or a waypoint out here. Like there's nothing you can do. Eliza, I need to move back, sweetheart. I'm only gonna probably sleep after so long. Oh yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm a little bit all over the place myself at the moment because like I'm normally awake at night and I sleep during the day, and that's been working pretty well for me for ages. But I'm now on the cusp of like, do I want to change that? Like, I'm sort of almost feeling waking up earlier in the afternoon and being awake over the afternoon, evening, and then going to bed about like 3 or 4 or something a.m. or sooner. Because the thing is, like, normally I stream to 2 a.m. and then I have like a few hours of editing afterwards and stuff. And normally while I'm editing and stuff, I'm normally like, you know, engaged with my community and I'm watching other streamers and all sorts of stuff. So I normally have like that time to kind of like spend with people and stuff. But if I go to bed earlier, like as soon as my editing's over, then I kind of miss out on that a little bit, but I also have more time to do stuff during the day. So if I want to, I could be playing games or reading, because I haven't, outside of streaming, I actually haven't really got to play games, except for while I've been sick. I haven't really played games in my personal time for, like, ages. Christmas was kind of the last time. And I had like about a week off, I think, over Christmas for that. So I don't know, I sort of like this. But anyway, it's just gonna be like a whole bunch of like little changes and shit lately. And I'll see what I think of it. If I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't, I'll change it. But mostly I'll still try to start about this time. I need to go buy arrows. I'll still try to start about this time if I can, because I don't want to start any earlier. Most of my community are not from Australia, so a lot of them aren't awake yet at this hour. I think you also sell it. Is it the other one that sells it? Yeah, it is. I gotta stop using my potions. And I'm just wasting them. Like, I've got the money for it, I'm not that worried, but like, I don't want to use them, you know? I don't want to waste them. So it's still money I've got to pay for. Alright, keep me the extra mana. Chuck you there. I get into editing because it's boring for me. So I spend most of my time just watching others and gaming, ignoring the go live. That's fun though. I love the it bores me. Honestly, editing is boring. I agree with that. I love streaming. I really do.
Greetings.
I enjoy this, but editing sorry, editing is like just, it's not quite for me to the point of pulling teeth. I will sit there and I'll do it, but it feels very mandatory, kind of. Let me just kind of explain that point too, because like the way I see it is, if I do a stream, I want to edit that stream after I've done it, like right after it, because if I don't, I won't remember if there was an audio issue. I won't remember if there was something I wanted to clip, like things like that. And I just feel like if I don't do it that day, I have to just do it another day, and then it just starts to pile up. So I consider when I do a stream, editing is part of that stream. But editing for me, it does depend a little bit on the internet speed and stuff, but editing is still about the same amount of time as I stream. So if I do a 3-hour stream, that's 3 hours of editing on top of that stream, that's 6 hours. That's how I kind of look at it, kind of thing. And I just see that as default for every day I choose to stream and stuff. So it becomes less of a chore because it's expected and consistent. I need Eliza to move back. There we go. But at the same time, like, I've gotten into like a rhythm with it anyway, so it's not too hard to do now. It still took ages, you know. I enjoy streaming too, but I don't know. Yeah, that's okay though. You don't have to hit the go live. So thank you for the follow. I don't know. It just depends on how you approach streaming, I think. Like, this is what I do for, like, well, my day-to-day. So, like, yeah, I kind of figure if I'm not going live, I'm not, like, I can record offline content, but it doesn't have, like, the engagement of talking with people. It doesn't have, like, I'm less chatty when I'm not streaming, so I sometimes have more quiet time, so then my videos on YouTube have more quiet time and stuff like that, and it kind of, it's not the same kind of thing. It's a obvious drop. I need you to back off, so I actually have no life, so why I don't just hit live when I'm gaming? Well, it depends, like, do you feel like being engaged with people in that moment?
I need mine.
Or I need Eliza to run with me first. Because the thing is, like, just because you're playing a game doesn't mean you feel like being social. And if you're not feeling being really social and stuff, then it can be kind of more harmful to be streaming. Because then people are finding you, but then they might not be liking what you see, or they might just like come and go and stuff like that, and it's like you've just got like that extra drain, the extra social drain kind of thing. I don't know if you're like an introvert, an extrovert, or whatever. I'm an introvert, so I find there's a social drain to being aware of what's happening in the game, what's conversationally happening, who's chatting, what's the conversation, stuff like that. It does weigh a toll eventually. I know that sounds really bad, but like, it's not as bad as it sounds. It's manageable kind of thing. I wouldn't do it if I couldn't handle it kind of thing, but I definitely can't go over like fucking 6 hours. 6 hours is like, I'm exhausted and I need more time to rest than I actually do to stream kind of thing, because it's just psychologically taxing at that point, more so than physically or anything. I just kind of need a couple of these guys to turn around and stop hitting Valkyrie so I can get them dead. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of looking forward to, in the next couple of weeks, when I start getting maybe a little bit more energy back, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the difference from my week to week. Because, like, I don't know. I'd like to have a bit more time to be able to play games, my personal time, or to learn the freaking stuff. Like, if I have the energy and it's middle of the day, like, I can do that then. Oh, loud. Alright, just give me a second, Jaylee. I think we only got... Atlantis did it about half an hour ago, it's fine. Alright, where's Lav? Hold up. There we go. How you doing, Jelly? What are you up to? Pew-pew those demons. I mean, yes. Ah, fuck it. I'll go buy more mana. I keep using my fucking mana. Doesn't matter, I should probably buy some more arrows and shit anyway. It's gonna take me longer to get anywhere because I'm mostly just like I'm wasting my fucking potions. This is why I gotta be careful what game I play directly before a stream. I did this in the past when I was playing Once Human and Project Zomboid together, and I would go from playing Once Human offline, and then I'd jump on and I'd play Project Zomboid, and the noise button, the button that you click to like yell in Project Zomboid, is the same button you search in Once Human. And I kept hitting it, and my person kept yelling and getting killed. Sorry, I had to cough. So yeah, stuff like that. I've got to be careful which ones I pair with each other. It's because I have friends and family, and I have as mods, and they don't be busy yeah, don't bother stopping by. And I'm always there for them when they go live. Yeah. I don't know. See, oh shit. Get off the ladder. See, I don't expect my mods to be here or do anything, ever. I fully expect as a streamer to be the one responsible for actioning things in my channel and stuff. So like, Atlantis and Lycan were here before. Don't know if they're still here. They could have gone to the bathroom, they could be at work, I don't know. But like, you know, if they happen to be here and they happen to see something and they want to action it, they can. But like, there's no pressure for them to do that. I don't really need the assistance at this time. There's Lycan. I'll give you some scratchies. And yeah, like most of it I just kind of expect to be myself doing it. But then again, also, I was saying this last night too, that like, I didn't know that one of my cousins has been watching, but apart from that, like, nobody I know IRL in my personal circle watches me. So anybody that happens to stop by is just somebody that I've gotten to know over time, like from them being here or me watching their stuff or whatever, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I also don't see who's here, just out of interest. Like, I don't see the numbers, I don't see the names. So when I go live completely to like emptiness. Unless somebody's chatting or redeeming something, I have no clue that somebody's here. And honestly, that can be really quite hard if like you're not sure if anybody's like paying attention or around or anything like that. Each person's their own kind of thing. I just find that like not seeing any numbers makes me way more comfortable because I don't see if somebody joins or leaves, and I don't know if a specific person's here ever. If they are, like, I still don't expect to see them like come back and talk again later. I fully expect people to like lurk in and lurk out and chat if they want, don't if they don't feel like it or can't, stuff like that. But I don't know. I kind of personally prefer that kind of a freedom when I watch streamers anyway, because there's times when, of course, like, I don't feel like chatting and I'm watching somebody, and when like the attention's put on you and you don't want to chat, it's kind of like I want to leave kind of thing. But then, you know, I'm also a very chatty person too sometimes, so I also feel like sometimes I kind of like take over somebody else's chat, talking non-stop. I try not to do that too, but I know some people seem to like it, so it's fine. But yeah, so far this isn't going too bad. I haven't died just yet. Like we're sort of just barely pushing down around the corner. Last time I did a huge lap of the place. I did like the whole outline, and then we started moving around. And this time I'm just kind of like edging around the corner. I can, because like I've already done like an up and a back. I know what the stairs to go to the next place is. It shouldn't have moved if it's the same map. Because basically last time it crashed and we lost school. So I'm hoping that, everything's where I kind of remember it being, so that we can kind of move quicker. Mind you, there's a few like down dungeony areas. I will still have to clear those. And I kind of just almost want to brute force my way to the waypoint first. But we'll have to see, you know. Your chattiness would help me a lot if I can learn it. I think like my conversational like chitty chattiness that I'm doing now. So I used to live by myself for like several years, and what I used to find is like I had an elderly cat at the time, right? And I'd come home from like work in the gym and crap, and I wouldn't talk, and I'd come home and I'd pat the cat, I'd do whatever I was doing, stuff like that, and I noticed that my cat never meowed. Like, she just stopped meowing. Because I wasn't talking, she wasn't making any noise. And I hated it. Because I'm like, I want to hear her voice. Like, I don't want her to not make sound. Eliza has decided to, like, start a fight with somebody over there. that she sure as fuck can't finish. Hold on, let me move back. We'll move back, and that way I can help Eliza with this one. There we go. Yeah, so anyway. And there goes Eliza. Oh, Jesus, mate. That's strong. So anyway, I started like just thinking out loud a lot when I was living by myself. Ah, it's a special dude, that's why. He's undead, cold enchanted, aura enchanted, spectral kit, immune to fire. He's Blade Shank the Hunter, so this is going to take a bit, probably. So my best bet would be to try to wipe out the ones around him, because I don't have that much amount of potions. But yeah, basically all I did was I spent like a few years just like, I'd come home and whenever I had a thought, I'd just think it out loud, and I'd walk around the house thinking out loud. Full conversations instead of in my head and stuff, because otherwise my house is silent. And so like I normally say to people, if you want to get good at like comfortable talking a lot, that's probably your best place to start, is just like whenever you have a chance, just get comfortable thinking out loud. I know everybody kind of like thinks differently and stuff like that, like some people got the inner monologue and some people don't and stuff, so like some people are always externally talking and stuff anyway. You guys have already got the advantage because you're already comfortable doing that. But yeah, I don't know. Basically, once I started streaming, like the only thing is like occasionally if like my partner comes into the room while I'm streaming to like get something or do something, I am like a little bit self-conscious then, because somebody can actively hear me in my proximity. But aside from that, I'm mostly fine. But yeah, I don't know. I just like think like, what am I doing in the game? What am I like any thought that runs through my head conversationally comes out. There's a very short window of buffering. Actually, hold on, I need to resurrect Eliza. She's like 49,000 now. Yeah, there's a short window of buffering between a thought happening before I decide to like chuck that out of my mouth. It's a shit bow. But there is still some. So like sometimes I say stuff I probably shouldn't, but it's like whatever. Is it a feather by the way, Viken? No. Yeah. Viken has a lot of feathers, just so you know. But now I separated, so I don't have that same chattiness anymore. Yeah, well, if you... Oh, this is the guy. Yeah, if you don't have somebody that's, like, constantly talking and stuff. Like, the other thing, too, is, like, I don't know if you've streamed, like, solo with people and stuff. If you're finding, like, it's hard to talk on stream, your best bet is to kind of, like, pair up with people that you naturally can talk with, kind of thing, or just have like a really good kind of chemistry talking with and stuff. That's probably the best way to do it, because like until you have like a lot of people making conversation and stuff like that, it can be hard to just like say anything and everything, because it's like this is irrelevant and unimportant. Like, I could be narrating the fact that I'm actively running low on mana and I'm trying to set as many different groups on fire at once, so that, like, the best bet is that they all catch on fire a little bit. But I'm getting overwhelmed here, you know, and I'm still trying to keep Eliza alive, but they just keep coming and fighting and stuff. Like, I could switch it back and forth between, like, the game and this and you guys, and I just lost my Valkyrie. There we go. I don't like them standing behind them. There we go. That's a bit better. But yeah, I don't know. This shit apparently comes natural to me. The only thing is I'm still getting used to, since last week, the oxygen I need to be able to still talk this much. But it's okay. My lungs are still getting better. I've heard them advice me, but I'm extremely bored when it comes to gaming alone. That's fair. See, I've spent literally decades gaming alone. Because like when I moved out of home, I couldn't afford to just get whatever game was kind of in or popular and stuff like that. So I had games that were like, you know, from like my teenage years and stuff like that, that are like now easily 20, nearly 30 years old and stuff, right? I need a Valkyrie out. There we go. So like the games that I was playing were designed to be played solo, but the ones that could be played with people just weren't interested in playing because they had other games that were more current or popular and stuff like that. So I'm very comfortable playing games solo. The other thing too is it depends what I'm trying to do in a game. For instance, at the moment I'm playing a solo 7 Days to Die. I can play that with people, but I have like an objective to get into late game with that, and I'm kind of getting there. It's been a long time. I've wanted to for ages, but you know, my group are currently not available, so they will be soon when 2.0 is out, but not until then. And then this requires me to play this solo because of the playthrough that I'm doing. Because I'm doing the OCD nostalgia playthrough where I'm basically recreating my original Diablo 2 character in Resurrected, I can't be running around with people, and I can't be running around online and having people jump in and fuck around with how I'm playing the game and stuff. So it makes it easier that it's solo for me. Because, yeah, I basically played my first one solo, so like I did play with like my brother and my father and stuff, but not late game, really. How much mana have I got? Not a lot.